Harry's Wife, part 102.33. 18 more things we know. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Well, we've had the Times lambasted in the Amber Heard video, which you may have just watched. But also, they have an excellent columnist who goes by the name of Hilary Rose, who is very good at identifying the behaviours of Harry's wife and commenting upon them with the requisite amount of sarcasm and snark. This demonstrates the way that people, of course, see through the behaviours, the way that this particular journalist identifies her hypocrisies, contradictions, and downright unpleasant behaviours. And it therefore is worth providing you with this article, not only to show how she's being viewed, but also to provide you with observations about those behaviours and how they fit with the narcissistic dynamic, but also to consider how this might impact upon Harry's wife. The article is a few weeks old, but nevertheless is worth bringing to your attention. The Duchess of Sussex has opened the doors of her home in an interview for the online magazine The Cut. Hilary Rose takes a peek. So today's starter for 10 is, who are we talking about in the same breath as the Duchess of Sussex? Mother Teresa? Right idea, but not quite. It's Nelson Mandela. I know. The similarities are uncanny between an actress who married well and a man who spent a large portion of his life as a political prisoner before eventually becoming one of the most revered, loved, and inspirational leaders the world has ever seen. Revision of history, character trait acquisition. But in today's bombshell interview with New York Magazine's The Cut website, Harry's wife told of how someone or other said to her that the day she married into the royal family, they were dancing in the streets in South Africa, just like when Mandela was released. Revision of history. Lie. Grandiosity. Of course they were. Here are 18 other new things we learnt in Harry's wife's latest interview, some of which may even be true. Challenge fuel. 1. Her house in Monte Shitshow, California, makes her feel free and is calm and healing. Of course, makes her feel free and so calm and healing that barely a month after this, she's now looking to move. The article states, to be fair, the omens for calm and healing at a place called Frogmore Cottage in the pissing rain just off the M4 were never good. 2. She and Harry were upsetting the dynamic of the hierarchy just by existing. Pity play, grandiosity. Harry's wife, I can help with this one. So there's an heir to the throne, then someone else who isn't the heir to the throne. That's the one you married, okay? The someone else. 3. Not inventing the wheel. She said that her and Harry's attempt in Mexit to bounce the royal family into letting them carry out royal duties while also cashing in on being royal was not reinventing the wheel. And indeed it was not. It was just cashing in on being royal. Residual benefit. 4. Not reinventing the wheel. 2. The Monte Shitshow house is the kind of big that startles you into remembering that unimaginable wealth is actually someone's daily reality, the article says. And what more could possibly go wrong if members of a hereditary monarchy use their position to mass unimaginable wealth? Nothing. Nothing at all. Hypocrisy. 5. She thinks forgiveness is really important. Hypocrisy. She doesn't exhibit with regard to her half-siblings, her father and other members of the royal family. 6. She likes having dinner with safe harbour friends, including the American cosmetics entrepreneur Victoria Jackson, and possibly other trustworthy people whom she has met twice or even 3 times, unlike half the guests at her wedding, allegedly, etc., etc. Grandiosity, superficiality. 7. She and Harry are building a community in Monte Shitshow, which I think means making friends. Grandiosity, contradictory behaviour because she's looking to move. 8. She never had to sign anything that restricts her from talking, unlike presumably all the staff members she was accused of bullying, accusations she denies. 9. I can say anything. I can talk about my whole experience. Please, put a sock in it. 10. She and Harry have 2 plush club chairs at a shared desk, which, according to the writer of the profile, face into the room like thrones. Grandiosity. 11. She likes Soho House rosewater candles. 12. She can say the following out loud without laughing. I have a lot to say until I don't. Do you like that? Sometimes, as they say, the silent part is still part of the song. Word salad. 13. She and Harry go together like salt and pepper. I personally would have preferred it if she'd said like chips and curry sauce, but how calm and healing would that be? Not very. 14. She is a real-life princess. Grandiosity, triangulation. There are little girls that I meet and they're just like, oh my God, it's a real-life princess. Of course they are, love. 15. You can be up against what could feel like the greatest obstacle, and then you can find happiness again. Whatever could she be referring to? 16. Prince Harry thinks that many of his family aren't able to work and live together. An understandable error for someone who hasn't had an office job in his life. But memo to Harry, most people don't work and live together. That's normal. 17. Buckets at the ready. There are 2 palm trees in the garden that are connected at the bottom, and apparently when Harry first saw them he said, "My love, it's us." Likely a revision of history, or then again, you could imagine the dimwit saying something like that. 18. She couldn't do the school run in the United Kingdom unmolested by paparazzi. Now, it is true that when they buggered off to North America, Archie was a babe in arms, and the school run was still many years in the future. And the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge managed to do the school in central London run entirely unmolested by paparazzi, or anyone else, for years. But that is your truth, not Harry's wife, and therefore not true, unless she wants it to be, and she doesn't. Got that? This journalist demonstrates an admirable understanding, of course, of the way that Harry's wife's mind works. Namely, she operates in an alternate universe whereby she believes what she tells you, as I've explained to you previously, and, of course, that if you disagree with that, well, you're disagreeing with her truth and you're not allowed to do that. She also recognises, the journalist that is, of course, how she is able to shift her truth from making it one thing and then another. I've explained that often the narcissist is like a weather vane in a storm, almost facing every single way at once. And that's what a narcissist can do. And that's done without any acknowledgement of contradiction or contrarian behaviours. It's the way that the narcissist can be. This journalist, of course, has got the measure of Harry's wife, seeing through her pretension, her contradictory behaviours, and generally the ridiculous word salads that she spouts, sarcastically highlighting it. Harry's wife, of course, if she were to see all of this, as she sits there in an industrial beige blouse, would be dismissive of it, thinking that he is, of course, just a hater, as always unable to take on board any criticism, whether gratuitous or constructive, because her narcissism simply will never allow it. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.